Yo, low-key, like, the tapeworms add some flavor. They're pretty good.
TikToker eats tapeworms for views.
That is toxic. You're gonna eat that?
I went to the doctor and he said it is more than likely that I have tapeworms.
Update.
I don't think onion strips come inside of a fish, bro. You saw some shit that looked like that and thought to yourself, yeah, let me go ahead and eat that.
On a tapeworm situation with Nick. 7:30 this morning, Nick passed away at the Kaiser Hospital.
Ladies and gentlemen, every day we reach a new low. It seems like with every day that passes,
I'm sorry, did he die? Or is that just clickbait?
as we invent a new level of desperation that people are somehow willing to stoop to in order to get views on the internet. And today is no exception. Now, we've seen a lot of sad things that people have done with the sole intent of blowing up on some social media platform. I mean, just the other day we watched as a guy robbed a couple of convenience stores in order to get a few thousand.
I'm sorry, are you doing a mukbang of prescription pills? Today, we're gonna see how Percocets taste, all right? Lovely, amazing. Strongly recommend that, 9 out of 10. Let's do a little ASMR action.
Views on YouTube, so this is nothing new. Yet for some reason, every single time we wind up in this situation when we're about to watch somebody do something insane for TikTok views, I'm still surprised. Because it's not every day that you find somebody on TikTok who is willing to eat parasites and what they believe to be the diseased meat of an animal just for some engagement. But that's exactly what you'll find on the TikTok account of Nick Kratkup. A TikTok
6.1 million followers. See, that's the thing, bro. People be seeing how much followers someone has and see how dumb their content is and think to themselves, the only way I'm gonna blow up is by being that nasty. No, it's okay, bro. Use your free will properly. You don't have to stoop this low.
Fisherman who has recently gone kind of viral for purposefully eating the tapeworms out of a fish. A couple of weeks ago, he uploaded a video where he caught a bass, found tapeworms in it, and then proceeded to eat it anyways, purposefully exposing the meat that he was eating to the tapeworms. And since uploading that video and having it go viral, it's not—
I'm sorry, is this man wearing a hijab?
the last time he's done it. He's posted like 5 videos since this where he eats something that he probably shouldn't, and then chronicles how sick he gets. Now you might be thinking this guy does live in Florida, maybe he's just crazy, but if you look at his—
There's no way he's gonna eat that though. There's no way. There's gotta be clickbait. There's gotta be something that I feel like he shows on TikTok, but he doesn't genuinely actually eat.
Videos before the original one with the tapeworms, you'd find that he didn't really upload anything similar, but after that tapeworm video went viral, he's been pumping out similar videos since. Why? Well, because big numbers on internet videos make people do silly, goofy stuff, and we're about to see that in full effect. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
That is toxic. You're gonna eat that?
Let's go fishing in the hurricane. I'm gonna be using a whopper flopper, which is a topwater lure.
This guy's coming in at 13 inches and a quarter. He has some nice fillets on him. There's no minimum length required for a largemouth bass, so as long as you catch one, you can keep it and eat it.
This guy's such a handsome—
Anybody that actually decides they want to go out during any natural disaster, they're not gonna like live a long life. Like I heard there's people that catch tornadoes. This sounds like some shit that he do for views.
fish. I feel bad eating him, but we're starving.
Alright, not really super relevant to the discussion of the tapeworms, but what are y'all's thoughts on eating bass? I know this is like a controversial topic in the fishing community. Some people hate it, some people love it. I'm curious.
What does bass taste like? I know nothing about fish. I'm gonna tell you right now, I hate a lot of fish. The only fish that I don't mind is like cod and tuna. Everything else to me tastes pretty ass.
Curious to hear y'all's verdict.
Largemouth bass is a great first fish to fillet because they don't have round heads, so they're not going to be wobbling all over the place.
Realizing that he is tapeworm, so it's gonna be pretty tough to eat.
I looked it up, and apparently if you cook the fish thoroughly, the tapeworm shouldn't affect you, but I can't say that I'm not experiencing problems after I ate This is the fillet I got.
So while it might gross some people out, what he's saying is entirely true. When you're catching wild fish, it having some sort of worm or parasite inside of it is kind of the rule, not really the exception. It is extremely common. For people who've never been fishing, this might sound insane to you, like why would he not just throw this fish away? But that's just how it is with wild caught fish. Even the stuff you buy from the grocery store, if it was wild caught, you can almost guarantee that at some point there was some kind of worm in it. With farmed
fish will always be inferior to actual like land animals. I'll be honest, bro. Anybody ever eat fish and you're like, wow, this shit barely tastes like anything? That's the problem. At least with like steak, I'm like, with fish, I'm like, I don't know. Fish doesn't taste like much to me.
Fish, it is far less common, but when it comes to wild caught fish, you gut it right, you fillet it right, you take out the worms you can see, then you freeze it how you're supposed to, or you cook it how you're supposed to, and you're fine. However, with all that being said, that is not what this guy is going to do.
I seasoned it, threw it in the pan, and then presented it right next to the tapeworms, which was a mistake.
Yeah, that is a bit of an understatement. So I feel like when you're learning how to cook, one of the first things that a person's going to teach you is you don't put your cooked stuff where your raw stuff once went. went. This is the rule.
Why would you even eat a fish like this? This shit looks like it was off a swamp or some shit. This looks like one of those fishes. Y'all know when like the lake is like sewage, oil spills, everything. This is like the type of fishes that get breeded in that environment. So why would you put a cooked fish near this, of all things? Look at its eyes.
Even if you don't have tapeworms in your fish, if you have a plate full of raw steak, chicken, fish, whatever, you don't cook that raw steak, chicken, fish, or whatever, and then put it back on the same plate, ever. When said plate of raw fish is now housing a fish carcass with tapeworms on it, you definitely do not want to put your cooked fish on that plate. And you certainly don't want to lean your cooked fish against the tapeworms. This was 100% done on purpose, and this guy was hoping he would get
So this is where the tapeworms were located. Wow.
tapeworms because he knew this TikTok would blow.
Yo, low-key, like, the tapeworms add some flavor. They're pretty good.
Okay, I don't think he actually ate any tapeworms. Even though what he's doing is perhaps very dangerous, I don't think he did.
This might be TMI. It's been 2 days, and I've not stopped going to the bathroom. I'm kind of afraid that I literally have tapeworms in my stomach. I've never gone...
Oh my god, you ate tapeworms and they're discovered in your stomach. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy, right? It's not like that was supposed to happen, right? You consume something and it actually starts living in you.
The bathroom this much in my life, I'm mildly concerned. If you know anything about this in the comments, please let me know, because I'm kind of afraid that I have a parasite.
No, you're not. You're not even able to hide your visible excitement. This is exactly what you were hoping for. I mean, you have a giant grin on your face as you tell
I don't think he was ever even sick. I don't think anything is wrong with this guy. Like, I feel like he's just lying to people.
the internet, hey guys, I think I have a tapeworm. You don't seem too afraid. You actually seem quite pleased with this situation. I just don't get it. This guy already had a huge following. Why do you feel the need to do this?
Update on the tapeworms that I ate the other day. I went to the doctor and he said it is more than likely that I have tapeworm. Or some
Show the proof. Show the proof. Show the hospital visit.
kind of parasite inside me. I'm going to the bathroom nonstop. My stomach is killing me. He prescribed me 3 different medications that are anti-parasitic. We've all seen that video of the bear that has like a 50-foot tapeworm coming out of his butt, and that literally could have been me if I didn't get to the doctor in time. The doctor didn't know what kind of worm it was, so he just like gave me all the different anti-parasitic things. Some of the worms cause seizure, muscle damage, and like you can lose your eyesight because
See, now you're sounding like one of them drug pill commercials. Some of the side effects may include death, heart attacks, seizures. I could permanently go blind. I could literally just explode right now. Like, why are you so jumpy with all these terrible side effects that you could get?
the worms get in there.
Yep, and you willingly created a situation where you put yourself at risk of that for a TikTok. How does a person get to this point? Like, I can understand the nasty food challenges where all you're risking is your comfort by eating something that doesn't taste very good, but when you get to the point that you are eating parasites in hopes of getting views, I feel like you might need your internet access revoked. You're a danger to yourself.
If there is any lesson you learned from this, it would be do not eat worms inside of a bath. Specifically, Florida lakes and ponds can be
Just don't eat tapeworms, period. I don't even know why you gotta make an exception. Just don't eat it. If you obviously see there's tapeworms in it, just don't eat it.
dangerous to eat out of because it's such a warm environment for these worms and parasites to grow. I'm an idiot. I'm not gonna lie. This was totally my fault.
I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Wait, you just figured that out? Not before you decided to eat visible tapeworms?
I was like, oh, it'll be a good video. I'll eat some tapeworms. Who does that? Why would I
I'm sorry, where was this consciousness before? Did the tapeworms actually give you a brain cell?
do that?
And before you guys come at me in the comments, I looked it up, and apparently if you cook the fillets thoroughly, the tapeworms won't get in you, or any worm won't get in you. So another lesson is don't believe things you read on the internet either.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so you did all this and you're still unaware of where you went wrong? No, my friend, this is not a case of Google lying to you. What you read was true, but when you rest your cooked fillet against a carcass infested with tapeworms and then leave it there for who knows how long while you get these shots and pictures for your video, that is when some cross-contamination
This is annoying me right here, bro. This might annoy me more than the actual tapeworms that he ate.
can occur, and it doesn't really matter how long you cooked it because you're resting it against live tapeworms. You've got to know that's what got you in this situation, right? So as of recording this, these two videos got 13 million views collectively, while the other videos this guy uploads averages like 50 to 300,000. So, as I'm sure you might have expected, this is not where it ends. A few days later, he uploaded this.
So long as people get hella views with something that is dumb, they're bound to do it again. Because at the end of the day, they love that dopamine and views from them doing dumb shit. That's the sad part about the internet. We watch things that are obviously hurtful, and because of that, people are gonna keep replicating it because people are watching.
TikTok where he fakes his own death. He has his friend come on and say that he died that morning due to the parasites spreading to his eyes and brain, and it doesn't end there. He goes on to talk about
So he died, and the first thing you do is post on his TikTok. Wow.
a fake service they're holding him where his funeral is gonna be, how his family and friends are distraught, really just milking this situation as much as possible, and dragging out this very poor taste joke into something that becomes very gross. I mean, trying to trick your audience into thinking that you died is probably one of the worst things you can do as a content creator.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure how anybody ever thinks that's a good idea, but it goes on, and eventually towards the end, he's like, haha, just kidding, I'm not actually dead, you just got pranked. But I guess the 20 million or so views that Nick got from these 3 videos is not quite enough.
So the time that you actually die, are you gonna put this prank up again? Are you gonna expect people to mourn for you? I don't know. I feel like death is not something you should prank people about. I think that's just weird.
Because after realizing he can farm views like this, he did not stop. Shortly after the awesome fake death prank, he released a TikTok where he caught a trout that he believed to have tapeworms and ate it anyways. I mean, I just don't really understand the thought process here. Is this guy just gonna continue to eat increasingly more dangerous food? Because yeah, it worked for a few videos, but eventually the shock factor is gonna wear off. After you make 10 videos of you eating a fish with tapeworms, people are not gonna care anymore, and you're gonna have to up the stakes. I mean,
That's the thing. That's why, bro, if you're ever gonna pursue content creation, don't do it off of like things that are harmful to you or like things that are like just too much of a shock value. Because the only way to keep people being interested is by doing that dumb shit, and it's just harmful to you. That's why all these bad TikTokers or mukbangers are still eating, because at the end of the day, they know that's their source of revenue. So they have no incentive about losing weight.
personally, to me, that doesn't really sound like the smartest business plan, but maybe Nick disagrees, because that's kind of what he's done. In 2 of his more recent videos, he's catching and eating iguanas, and doing the same sort of shtick. In the first video, he acknowledges all the dangers of eating iguana, and in the second video, guess what? Now he has salmonella. I don't know if he's
How do you even think to yourself, yeah, I could use some iguana right now? There's certain animals that just look untouchable, and it's iguanas.
just faking all of this stuff, or if he's really getting sick, but either way, it is not sustainable.
Update on the iguana that I ate the other day. I've been going to the bathroom non-stop since I ate that iguana. I was looking up the diseases that you can get from them, and the list is long. Salmonella, metallic bone disease, CANV, mouth rot, respiratory.
Yo, I hope you get all of those. I'm trolling, but bro, be smarter, gang. Wait, you get vitamin D? Hold on, where the iguanas at?
Infection, intestinal parasites, hypervitaminosis D, avascular necrosis, and the list goes on. Every time I have something to eat, my stomach kills me. I've been going to the bathroom like multiple times a day. Based on the symptoms that I either have salmonella or a parasite in me. For salmonella, you'll have diarrhea, fever.
Yo, see how he's kind of following the exact same rubric as the time he got tapeworms? I don't know. I feel like he's trying to match that viral formula that he had.
Chills and abdomen pain. I pretty much have all of that except for a fever. For the parasite, I don't know. I'll be pissed if I have another parasite in me. I really don't want to go to the doctor. I have a trip that I'm planning in the next like 3 days.
So I think the tapeworm video might actually be real. I feel like he definitely made it with the thought of going viral in mind, but I mean, he did rest that fish against tapeworms, so it wouldn't exactly surprise me if they found their way into him, but I feel like this guy is chasing the high of those videos going viral, and now he's just starting to fake stuff. I don't know about you guys, I'm not a medical expert, but this does not look like a guy who has salmonella. This looks like a guy who's having a great day. Through all of these videos, he's
Yeah, I feel like, bro, if you're actually going through some shit that's terrible for you, you would not be this giddy. You would not be this energetic. You would be in bed, sweating bullets, going through a headache, just feeling like overall shit. He doesn't look like it.
been beaming and smiling while talking about all of these horrible symptoms he has. It just doesn't really make sense. And I'm sure a guy who is willing to fake his own death on social media is willing to fake a few videos as well.
No, it's not. Don't eat tapeworms. Make sure all your food is cooked. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, catch the streams, all that good stuff, man. Blackster for life. Love y'all, and peace.